like a training. So we're going to talk about each KPI task. We're going to go over how to do it, and then we're going to take a minute to actually go and do the work. So we're both going to be learning and getting work done, and this will be recorded and on my YouTube. This is going to be a great resource for people who are still fairly new getting into the business and taking off, because not only are you going to learn how to do a power hour, you're also going to go in detail on how to actually do the tasks. So if you guys do not have your KPI task list, you can go on to eSuite and then the document library, and you can print it or save it straight from there. And we're going to be working straight through that list. If you don't know what that is, the KPI checklist is like a daily task list corporate put together for us to help us, get all the things done and track what we're doing to help us have a successful business. So number one thing on there is to show yourself making or using a product on Instagram or Facebook. Pretty self-explanatory. So I do want to touch on, if you are brand new, you get coffee samples in your starter kit. So you can go into the sample app and send those directly to yourself. That's going to give you a product right off the bat to be able to show yourself using. Also, guys, as you are using products, when you use up all of it, don't throw it away. Okay, I can't tell you how many times right now, I just ordered new coffee like last month, and our FedEx guy lost it, so I didn't get coffee. So I'm out of coffee. But I have a bunch of empty packets, empty bags that I still can use to create my content today, even though I don't actually have the product in hand. So as you guys are using product, ordering product, as you get your shopping spree, as you're running your auto shipments, keep your product containers once they're empty, because you can totally still use those. You can also go on Pinterest and find photos of our products that are going to look more personal than a pre-generated and like a graphic for your story slides. So if you search on Pinterest, you can literally just go It Works coffee photo, and you're going to get pictures of like the product itself, product in people's hands, not just those like story slides that are already made that you can use as your own to fake it as you make it till we go. So as I said, we're going to go through, we're going to do a little bit of work with each of these. So I want you guys to take a couple minutes, and I want you to post about the products in your story. I'm going to play some music while we're doing this, just like a minute or two. Go put up a post in your stories about products. If you have questions about how to do that, need any more help, put that in the chat, and I will make sure I answer that for you guys. I've been looking for, baby, you give me I've been looking for. I didn't care enough to stop me falling. I didn't care about myself till you lifted me up when I was down and out. It's the highest I have ever felt. You gave me something that I can hold on to, a little light when I'm down on my knees. I was so lost in myself when I found you, but in that moment you made me believe. You give me freedom, freedom, freedom I've been looking for. Freedom, freedom is you. You give me freedom, freedom, freedom I've been looking for. Freedom, freedom is you. You give me freedom, freedom. You give me freedom, I've been looking for. Baby, you give me freedom, freedom. You give me freedom, I've been looking for. You give me freedom. All right, guys, we're just going to roll through. The song ended, so we're going to go ahead and stop that there. Okay. So hopefully you guys you were able to go find a quick picture, maybe one that you already have in your phone. Again, when you're creating content, you don't want to just do like you made your coffee this morning, so you don't just take one photo. You want to make content that's going to be lasting. So maybe I will take a photo like with my jacket sleeve and my coffee, or I'll take a selfie, or I'll pull my sleeve up so it's just like my arm holding a coffee cup, and I'll go to this wall that is gray, and then the walls in my kitchen are like green, so maybe I'll go in there and take it. Maybe I'll go outside. And so today I had 1 cup of coffee, and I was able to get a week's worth of pictures of me using that product. I may take a couple of boomerangs, I may take a video of me actually making it, all off of 1 cup of coffee. So that way I'm creating content for the whole week really quickly. Okay, so the second task on the KPI list is to make a post about your personal story. So I am going to, in the chat for you guys, put Clara Flora's outline for creating, like writing her story. It is amazing. She talks about it all the time. So pretty much it is just that, what was your life like before you found this business? And you want this to make up 80% of when you're sharing your story, whether you're creating content for your story slides, or maybe you're actually creating a post about you and the business. You want to make sure that the majority of what you're talking about is where you were before the business, because guys, that's where our audience is now. They are not in the business, they don't have the success yet, and they don't have the dreams. So we want to connect with them in the majority of where they are. So we want to focus on where we were before the business. And that does not have to be your entire life story. This you can break down to different chapters. So maybe today I'll talk about the chapter of going shopping. I mean, my husband just went shopping. Before this, I'm going out of town to see my sister. And like, guys, before this business, I was still wearing clothes I wore in high school because I never had the money to go shopping. And so if I did, it was like Goodwill, and that was it. Like $3 for a shirt, no more. And so maybe today I'm going to go and I'm going to talk about the fact that I just went shopping and I bought something that was not on sale. Like, I still rarely do that, but I was able to pay full price for something and not stress about it. And that's kind of where I'm going to start my chapter of my story. Maybe there are some days you're going to tell them the whole dang thing from start to finish. You're going to put a ton of detail, but you want to also break it down to chapters. Maybe it'll be a day where my story is more about my marriage and how my marriage, what it was like before the business, when we were struggling to make ends meet, when we were arguing about money, wondering where it's going to come from. Like, that's another chapter. And so you're able to break your story down into so many different facets. And what I love is every one of us have a story. Whether today is your first day or you've been here for a long time, you have a story. And so don't overthink it, okay? Just think of a simple thing of why you got started in this business. If you're new, what do you hope to achieve from this? If you are wanting to be able to put your bills on auto pay, well, maybe right now the beginning of this story is going to talk about what it's like not being able to do that, and then how you're excited that you are going to be able to do that. And so this is really going to work for everybody. So then the next thing you're going to do when you're telling your story is you're going to talk real quick. You're going to insert something about where you found the business. Again, we're reaching out to our audience who is working currently in the before for us. And so how did you find the business? Did you get a message? Did you see a post? Did you see a car drive by that said it works on the back of it? Like, how did you get here? Again, we're just gonna be relating that way. So I may start my story and talk about how I went, like I said, when I was still wearing clothes from high school, even though they didn't fit that well, because I really didn't have the money to just go out and shopping. But then I saw a post on social media. And next, we're going to talk about what you were skeptical or fearful about the business. I know a big worry a lot of us typically have when it comes to talking to distributors is we're scared that we're not going to know how to answer their questions, or if they're fearful or apprehensive, we're not going to have the right words. And so we're going to go ahead and tackle some of those in your post. What were you apprehensive about when you got started? For me, I didn't think it was real. Like, I saw this post on social media and I thought there's no way she's actually making that money from her phone. So quick, it flows right into your story, but you're already starting to connect again on another level with your potentials. Then we're going to go and we're going to talk about what your life is like now. You want this just to be super short, no more than like 10, 20% of your story. And so if you, like I said a couple minutes ago, if you guys are not been in for a while, then maybe what it looks like now is going to be the dreaming side. It's going to be the friendship. It's going to be the connection, the learning to dream, the having people in your corner. And so maybe you talk about, I forgot my original analogy I was using, but you talk about how, what was it? We'll talk about the grocery store. That's the easy one. We'll just keep, no, we're not gonna switch it up. We're gonna go shopping still. So you talk about how you haven't been able to buy clothes in forever, and you saw this post on social media, and you thought there's no way that this girl is actually making that much money from her phone, but you jumped in and you were so excited for the opportunity to be able to go shopping and just buy stuff without having to check your bank account first. And you're so excited to go to the gas station and pump gas without having to, nickel and dime it. Because trust me, I think the least I've ever got at a gas pump was like 50 cents. And it was literally like, I have to get something to get to work. And you can talk about those little moments, and this is going to work for everyone, whether you're new or old. And you always want to end with a call to action. So comment on this post, shoot me a message, comment me, swipe up or if it's in your story, swipe up and comment the word, or text me, or fill out my application, some kind of call to action. So we're gonna take a couple minutes, and I want you guys to if you're confident, ready to go make a post. If not, I want you to go to the notes section on your phone, and I want you to write out a post using this story outline to share who you are, a chapter of like your backstory, how you found the business, and what it's doing or you hope it's going to do for you. So we're gonna take a couple minutes and write out a post for you to use this week.
We used to be giants. When did we stop? Just say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot. The hope and the hurt has lived inside of me, but there's gold in the dirt I never took the time to see. But I knew of its worth when you walked beside of me, and my hand would fit in yours like a bird would find the breeze. We used to be giants. When did we stop? Say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot we were the song in the silence, but time catches up. Just say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot. I knew from the start you'd be the one to set me free. That day in the park when the herd would hide from me. Those eyes used to know me. It's been way too long. You are the moon and the stars and all they gaze upon. Time won't ever move slowly. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? We used to be giants. When did we stop? Say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot we were the song in the silence, but time catches up. Just say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot. Darling, just say you will. Will you remember those times that I have held until tonight? If you say you will, I'll leave it all behind. Don't you remember those times? We used to be giants. So when did we stop? Just say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot. We were the song in the silence, but time catches up. Just say the word and I'll be yours. I never forgot. We used to be giants. Oh, I still love you though. I still love you though. Oh my God, these feelings just begun. I'm saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you, I should've.
All right, hopefully you guys got that post coming along good. That's just gonna give you a good template so that you can either take that and post it as is, finish it up, tweak it some, but that gets you kind of going in the right direction. So task number 3 is to go to your Facebook friends list and pick 25 people and like and comment on their pages. So very simple, guys. You're just going to open up Facebook. If you click go to your page, and you can see all of your friends. I don't know why I try to show you guys. If you guys have ever been on a Zoom with me before, you know the idea of showing my phone is something my brain can't handle. I don't know how to make it where you guys can see. I'm sorry. So you just go to your friends list, and up here at the top, it says all, or it has one beside it that says recent. So I want you to click recent. Now, these are going to be the most recent people you've added to your friends. We want to make sure that we're taking the time to cultivate relationships, not just message people the second they're in our network. And so this is a great way to make sure you're doing that every single day. So I want you to go to the recents, and we're just going to click on the first 25 people. You're gonna click the first person, scroll through their page, and this is how you're gonna like everything. Just don't like it, make it like heart it or react it as an actual like emoji thingy, not just a like. It shows more that way. But when it comes to actually interacting and commenting, this is how I do it, guys. Because for me, this was one of the hardest tasks for me to grasp. I hated the idea. I was like, I don't know these people. They're going to think I'm a wackatoo just trying to comment on all their crap. And so the lens I've had to put on to be able to do this with my business is I just imagine every single post is a post my best friend put up. So if my best friend posted that, would I respond? And how would I respond? And that's allowed me to take, strangers' content. And if they post a picture, it's like a selfie and it's a really good photo. And then I could be like, well, if my best friend posted this selfie and this good photo, I'm going to go comment and I'm going to hype her up and I'm going to tell her she looks amazing. And so that means that I'm going to go in this photo and this stranger and I'm going to hype her up. And so it kind of gives me a lens. If there's something they shared, and if my best friend posted that, or they posted their food and my best friend posted that and I didn't want, I wouldn't have responded, I'm going to keep going until I find one to respond to. And that's just, I don't know, that just made it a little bit easier for me because this is a difficult task for me to get done. So we're going to take just a couple minutes, and I want you to go to your friends list, sort it by recent, and we're going to start interacting going down.
But I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop, feeling feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush, 'cause I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop, but my heart goes. 'Cause my heart goes. Oh my God, can't believe what I've become. I'm thinking things I shouldn't think, singing songs I've never sung. Oh my God, when I see you I should run. But I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop, feeling feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush, 'cause I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop, but my heart goes. 'Cause my heart goes. But my heart goes. Tell them apart. Can't help me to run, but I can't. 'Cause my heart goes. 'Cause my heart goes. Oh my God, this feeling's just begun. Saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you I should have run. But I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop. He keeps leaving you for dead. I don't know what you've been waiting for. So you've got your love.
All right, guys, so I at least gave you a chance to start working through that. So task 5 on our list is to share someone's corporate approved before and after photos. This is huge. You want to make sure every single day you are getting someone's before and after picture out there. And guys, don't think that this means that you have to be posting before and afters on your Facebook every day, because that's not the case. There's a lot of days that I don't actually put a before and after on my Facebook. I may post a picture of someone with long hair and talk about the hair, skin, and nails. Maybe I'll do an attention grabbing, like I need 5 people to lose weight on a budget or something like that. But at somewhere on my page, whether my actual like timeline or in my stories, every single day, I'm showing how our products work. We've got to be consistent with it. We want people to know we are so dang proud of our products. We are so excited for what we represent that we want the whole world to see it every single day, the results and the life-changing like that is happening with these products. So to find some before and afters or some posts, again, Pinterest is amazing, guys. If you're not using Pinterest, like after this, you're gonna start. So you can go on Pinterest, you can search like It Works Coffee results or It Works Coffee before and after, and you can do that with all of our products, hair, skin, and nails, gummies, like absolutely anything. The corporate approved before and afters is just the ones that have that logo at the bottom, the white band that has like the It Works symbol and talks about what products they used and how long. We want to make sure that those are the only kind of photos that we are sharing before and after photos, because we want to stay compliant. We want to protect our company, and those do that. So we want to, you can go on Pinterest, you can find those. You can also search a product in a story slide. So like It Works Coffee Stories. And that's going to bring up some like pre-made or people already made story slides that are there, also going to contain some before and after photos that you can go post in your stories. Again, if you see those cute graphics with the colors and like the pictures and all of that, that is for your story, not your Facebook page. Your Facebook page itself is where we're going to tell a story with our posts. We're going to put down the words and add the before and after. Those other ones are just for our stories. A great way to get started with posting is also to go follow a bunch of top leaders. Go look at their pages. Go find posts that did well for them, that sound like that are interesting to you, and save those. And you can, on Facebook, you just click the 3 dots in the top right corner, hit save to collection, and start a collection of product posts. This is somewhere you can go and reference anytime you're about to put up a product post. So you can go look through there, change the wording, of course, but that gives you great tools to help you get that post up. So now we're going to take just a couple minutes here, and you're going to either go in your story and post a before and after story slide, or you're going to go on your page if you haven't done that there, and you're going to post about the products on your page.
Instead, but something better's waiting at your door. You don't know your worth, all the things I know that you deserve. Say it's not worth it, doesn't hurt. Find someone you know will put you first. Find someone who love you at your worst. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep your head up. Who puts you first? Find someone who loves you at your worst. Don't forget the words I said. Picking you up when you're feeling down. You get strong on thoughts left in your head. When you're lost, hope soon you will be found. You don't know your worth, all the things I know that you deserve. Say it's not worth it, doesn't hurt. Find someone you know will put you first. Find someone who love you at your worst. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep your head up. Who puts you first? Find someone who loves you at your worst. Find someone who loves you right your way. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep your head up. Ooh, see your face. Find someone who loves you right your way.
All right, so hopefully you were able to find a post, get something going there. So task 6, it is to message 10 people about the customer option. What I love about this is how open it is. So this can look totally different to whatever your style is with your business, whatever your upline teaches. Like there's literally so many things you can do with this. We want to take these at least 10 people that we're going to connect with about products. So one way we can do this is we can go to our stories that we've been posting, these before and afters talking about the products. We can click on them and you can see who's viewed your story. So you can go straight there and you can message everyone who's viewed your story. Just ask if they wanted more information. I will put a script in the chat for you guys. Yes, ma'am. It is on my, well, it's not on my YouTube yet, obviously, because we're hanging out still. It will be on my YouTube though, right tonight. So yes, so we can message the people who viewed our stories, talk to them about whatever product that was. We can go message people who has liked our post. I forget to do this all the time. And there's so many people who like your post who actually want information, but just don't want to say they want information. And so we don't want to miss out and let those people fall away. So we want to make sure we're reaching out to them too. So we can message the people who've liked our post. We can go back through our host to post and go message the people who commented there wanting more information or liked our host to post and ask if they want more information. And so there's just a few places right there that we can go and we can connect with at least 10 people about the customer option with this business. So we're gonna take a couple minutes. I will put a few scripts in the chat for you guys to use, and we're gonna reach out to 10 people about the products.
Find someone who loves you right your way. Billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance floor to run on.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby, my sugar boo. I'm levitating, the Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
I'm one of the greatest, ain't no debating on it. I'm still levitated, I'm heavily medicated. Ironic, I gave him love and they end up hating on me. She told me she loved me and she been waiting. Been fighting hard for your love and I'm running thin on my patience. Needing someone to hug, even took it back to the basics. You see what you got me out here doing? Might have threw me off, but can't nobody stop the movement. Let's go. Left foot, right foot, levitating. Pop stars, do a leaper with the baby. I had to lace my shoes for all the blessings I was chasing. If I ever slip, I fall into a better situation. So catch up, go put some cheese on it, get out and get your bread up. They always leave when you fall, but you run together. Weight of the world on my shoulders, I kept my head up. Now baby, stand up, cause girl, you
want me, I want you, baby, my sugar boo. I'm levitating, the Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me.
All right, so hopefully you got some of those out and going. So now we're gonna move on to task 7, which is to message 20 people about the business opportunity. Again, we can do this the exact same way. We can go message the people who have liked our opportunity post. We can message the people who viewed our opportunity post in our stories, just with those 2 messages I put in the chat before. Also, my favorite way to do this is how I sign 90% of my distributors, is I love to go and message the people who hosted a post for me last month and offer the business to them. A lot of our teams, we do a lot of cash giveaways. And so if someone wants to be entered into a cash giveaway, that means that they want cash, which means they need this business opportunity. And so I love to take advantage of that and make sure that they know it's an option for them. So I'll put that in the chat as well. If you guys are new and don't have host a post from last month, that's cool. Then you're just going to go back to the messaging the people who like and comment on your post about the business and the people who view your stories. So we're going to take a couple minutes now and we're going to reach out to up to 20 people. We're going to push for that 20 about the business.
I like the way you talk, I like the things you wear. I want your number tattooed on my arm in ink, I swear. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. Every time I turn around, you disappear. Come with me, I swear. I'm gonna take you somewhere warm. You know j'adore la mer. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. Every time I turn around, you disappear. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Let me treat you. I like the things you wear. I want your number tattooed on my arm in ink, I swear. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. But every time I turn around, you disappear. Nice to meet you. One minute you're there, the next one you're gone. Been waiting for you all night to come on. You know what I need, you know what I want. You know what I need now. You know what I need Nice to meet you. What's your name? Let me treat you to a drink. Nice to meet you. Where you been? Let me treat you to a drink. Nice to meet you. On the way I was crowned a king, felt the wind underneath my wings. I've been high and I've been low, played the fool and the star of the show. Gone along for a wild ride, and I can say looking in your eyes that it all would have been a waste, but I found you on the way. I found cynicism, I found criticism. I've been the zero to hero, and I have been the villain. I lost more than a heart could take, but I found you on the way. I found you, I found you, I found you, I found you. It all would have been a waste.
All right, guys, so hopefully you got some of those messages going. Now we're going to move on to task number 8, which is to add a minimum of 25 new friends on Instagram and Facebook. So the way I like to do this, I do it the same for both platforms. There's tons of ways to do this, by the way, so there's no wrong answer as long as you're getting the friend request out. But what I do is I just open up Facebook and I scroll down my timeline and I find a post that is not by an It Works rep, and I go to the people who liked that post. And I'm going to add everyone there who's a girl. Personally, I don't really deal with men with my business. Like, it's just not how I do it. If that's your style, like, keep doing you, boo. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just not how I do. So I'll go there and I will just add all of the women who like that post. So what I'm doing is not only I'm sending out a lot of friend requests really quickly, but I'm adding people who I know are active on social media. I do the same on Instagram. These people who are actively liking posts that have been put up in the last day or so. So that means that they're going to be active accounts. They're more likely than to interact on my content as well. So we're going to take just a couple minutes here, and I want you guys to, we'll take a couple minutes on Facebook, and then we'll switch over to Instagram. I'll let you know when to switch. And I want you just to go scroll through your timeline, and we're going to send friend requests to those people who like our friends' posts. So we're going to start off with Facebook.
But I found you on the way I was given the keys to the city they were mine to keep. Over time, every lock will change, but you love me all the same. I found pessimism, I found skepticism. I've been the corner performer and sung in front of millions. I lost more than a heart can take, but I found you on the way. I found you, I found you, I found you, I found you. It all would have been a waste, but I found you on the way. On the way out, I've won the race. If the one thing that I can say.
All right, y'all, go ahead, switch over to Instagram, and you're going to do the same thing. Just open it up, scroll through your feed, and we're going to go like the people, or we're going to go add the people who like our friends' posts.
Oh, I know that there'll be better days. Oh, that sunshine about to come my way. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days. Waking up in California, but these clouds, they won't go away. Every day is like another storm, yeah. I'm just trying not to go insane. And the city's shining so bright, so many dark nights, so many dark days. But anytime I feel the paranoia, I close my eyes and I pray. Oh, I know that there'll be better days. Oh, that sunshine about to come my way. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days. Been waking up to a new year, got the past many miles away. I've been waking up with a new fear, but I know it'll Oh, I know that there'll be better days. Oh, that sunshine about to come my way. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better.
All right, guys. So hopefully you got some of those friend requests out. So now we're going to move on to task 9 out of 10. So in 40 minutes, you guys have been able to listen to me, which has taken a little bit longer than if you were doing this on your own, and get through 8 of your 10 tasks. Like, way to freaking go. You guys are killing it, right? This business is so simple when we really can sit down and do it intentionally. I don't know about you guys. Here's a tangent for you, but I are so often that I feel like I worked all day. I was on my phone all day long, and I go to bed and I'm like, girl, you didn't even do anything. Like, what were you doing? And that's how I feel like a lot of us fall into this idea that we need to be on our phone at all times. But if you could just sit down for an hour here and there throughout your day, like an hour, maybe 10 minutes later, maybe another hour later, and work like this, work intentionally, then you're going to be able to get through so much work, intentional, like money making work within like a short amount of time. And like I said, this is going to be on my YouTube. So if you guys just, want to come work with me all the time, you're more than welcome to play this in the background. I won't be offended. It's fine. So we're going to go now. We're going to do task number 9, which is to post about samples. So I'm going to put a couple of posts in the chat for you guys to use on your page if you want to pick one of those, or you can post in your stories about it as well. When you're posting, it can be so simple sometimes. I posted about the coffee earlier, so I just added a slide, a white background that just said samples, like samples available, with an arrow pointing back to the slides that just happened. So simple to convey about samples. Sometimes you may just post about the coffee in your stories and add a poll option that includes samples. Other times you make your your story just to talk about the product samples. But this is something that every one of us should be taking advantage of, guys. This is cash in your pocket. You're in a jam, go sell a sample. You want to go buy new shoes? Go sell a sample. I went to get my nails done, which for me, if you know me, is a luxury. Like, I don't do my nails like ever, like once a year, if that. It's just not an expense I've ever really been able to afford, so it's just not something I ever did. And so I decided a couple weeks ago I was going to go get my nails done, and I told myself I was going to pay for it in sample cash. So I sat down for about an hour before I went to the nail salon, and I sold 3 samples, got $60, and went and paid for my nails with that cash. Because that is what you can be doing with your business. It's not just commissions, it's not just bonuses, but you can also be taking advantage of this daily cash option. So a way to find some story slides is you can go onto Pinterest. Again, go figure, I told you guys we're using Pinterest. And so you can go to Pinterest and you can just search It Works coffee samples. It's going to pull up some slides. You can even do the sleepy tea sample since we offer that now. And you can get some slides from there. And again, I will put a couple of different post ideas in the chat for you guys to use if you want to actually go post it on your page. So we're going to take a couple minutes here and we are going to go post about the product samples.
Better days. Another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days.
Told them your dreams and they all started laughing. I guess you're out of your mind till it actually happens. Small town, 1 in 7 billion. Why can't it be me? They told me I was out there, tried to knock me down. Took those sticks and stones, showed them I could build a house. They tell me that I'm crazy, but I'll never let them change me. So they cover me in daisies, daisies, daisies. They said I'm going nowhere, try to get me out. Took those sticks and stones, showed them I could build a house. They tell me that I'm crazy, but I'll never let them change me. So they cover me in daisies, daisies, daisies. stone, showed them I could build a house. They tell me that I'm crazy, but I'll never let them change me. So they cover me in daisies, daisies, daisies. They said I'm going nowhere, try to get me out. Took those sticks and stones, showed them I could build a house. They tell me that I'm crazy, but I'll never let them change me. So they cover me in daisies, daisies, daisies. Cover me in daisies.
All right, guys, hopefully you were able to throw up a quick post or go find a slide to put up in your stories. So now we're going to move on. Task number 10, the final most important one, in my opinion, is host to post. We want to push to get 10 host to post up as many days a week as we possibly can. Guys, this is going to be the quickest ticket to success. I know you've heard it 3 million times from pretty much everyone that you've ever heard talk about the business, but host to post really is going to be the quickest tool to get you where you want to go. I mean, just think about it systematically. You're literally having someone go post on their page for their friends to come to you and buy product. Like, it's a win-win. You're putting a little bit of effort in to ask people to post, to send them the post, and then they and their friends are coming to you. It's literally just creating a line of people who are ready for you to give them your product. And it's an amazing system to help you get going fast. And I love because you can do this straight out the gate when you're brand new, and it's going to continue carrying you on throughout your business. Okay, so there's so many different ways we can go about getting host to post up. We can put up a giveaway post on your page and then message the people who comment. You can put up an interaction post on your page and then go message those people and ask them if they want to be in the giveaway. You can message people who viewed your stories again. You can message down your friends list. We can offer second entry host to post. So if you guys know my systems, if not, I do have a host to post system training on my YouTube that goes really in depth on what I do. But I always give people 2 chances to get into my giveaway, one for posting about products and one for posting about my giveaway. So if I'm having them post about my giveaway, I can go to those comments and have those people post. I can, anytime a customer says no or gives me a future date, always ask them to host a post. Let's see, what other ways? I feel like that was a lot. If you've been following up with a customer for a really long time and they just haven't messaged you back, then we can switch the script. And instead of following up with them again about that product, we can ask them to host a post. If there's people who hosted a post for you last month, we can go ask them to host a post again. So there's tons of ways to get people to host a post for you. There's tons of people to go out there and ask. So I'm going to put a bunch of different scripts in the comments for you guys or in the chat for you guys of how you can ask different people to host a post for you. And we're going to use our last 5 minutes here, 5-10 minutes here, and we're going to go ask as many people as we can to post for us.
I'm the small town, 1 in 7 billion. Why can't it be me? They told me I was out there trying to look me down. Took those sticks and stones, showed them I could build a house. They tell me that I'm crazy, never let them change me. So they cover me in daisies, daisies, daisies. They said I'm going nowhere, trying to get me out. Took those sticks and stones, showed them I could build a house. They tell me that I'm crazy, they'll never let them change me. So they cover me in daisies, daisies, daisies. Caught my heart about 1-2 times. Don't need to question the reason I'm yours. I'm yours. I'd move the earth to lose a fight just to see a smile. 'Cause you got no flaws, no flaws. I'm not trying to be your part-time lover. Sign me up for them full-time. I'm yours, all yours. So what a man gotta do, what a man gotta do to be totally locked up by you. What a man gotta say, what a man gotta pray to be your last good night and your first good day. So what a
trying to be wasting time on stupid people and cheap lines, I'm sure. So I gave $1 million just for you to grab me by the collar and lock on these doors. I'm not trying to be a part-time lover. Sign me up for them full-time. I'm yours. I'm yours. Ooh. So what a man gotta do? What a man gotta do to be totally locked up by you? What a man gotta say? What a man gotta pray to be your last good night and your first good day? So what a man gotta do? What a man gotta do to be totally locked up by you? What a man gotta do? What a man gotta prove to be totally locked up by you?
We're going to go a couple minutes longer with messaging to get these host to post messages out. But if you guys had any questions about any of the tasks, put them in the chat and I'll make sure to answer those for you guys as well.
Tell me what a man gotta do. What a man gotta do. What a man gotta do, yeah, to be totally locked up by you. What a man gotta say. What a man gotta pray to be your last good night and your first good day. So what a man gotta do? What a man gotta do? What a man gotta do to be totally locked up by you? What a man gotta do? What a man gotta prove to be totally locked up by you?
You're preaching to the choir, stop hating on yourself. Quit playing with your mind, you're spinning. If you think that I'm a lie, just try it for yourself. The clouds will open up, blue skies are willing. Yeah, I know it's so hard to throw away. The clouds will open up, blue skies are willing.
All right, guys. So hopefully you guys got both a ton of work done and a good understanding on how to capitalize on all of those tasks to get your work done each day. Again, this will